What's up guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to our third ever episode living on the Isle of Skye.
It's getting cold.
So today then is all about winter time because it's very much turned up to Skye. There's snow on the tops of the mountains, which I'm particularly excited about. Sort of ice everywhere. The roads are slowly getting slightly dodgy. But it's going to be all about winter and all things cold and us trying to prepare for it as new residents on the island. So if you're looking forward to this video, get hot chocolate down you, get some slippers on, maybe your dressing gown, wrap up warm as we show you what our life has been like living on the Isle of Skye when there's snow about. So you join us today on a nice little wintry mountain walk, and we've come down to Sligachan, which is kind of in the, I guess it's sort of in the middle of the island-ish.
Yeah,
semi-north, semi.
It's like I think it's usually a really touristy spot, but there was only a few people here today.
Yeah, I think the
so
cold's
quiet.
Cold's kept a few people away, yeah. Not us. This is where there's like a little famous bridge. A lot of people get photographs there of the bridge and then the mountains. We've skipped the bridge today and we're walking into the mountains instead. Now, we now call this place Sligachan, but we used to call it Sligachan. Yeah. And I think a lot of tourists as well also call it Sligachan, or various other forms, much to the dismay of the locals, I think. So we're trying to adopt what they've taught us so far, and we think it's called Sligachan instead. Whatever we call it, look at the state of it.
Very, very cool.
I still can't
Freezing
believe.
cool.
I can't believe we live here, to be honest.
I know. I was just saying on the way over, just like our old lives feels like a world away compared to where we live now, and it's just, I feel so grateful that we've been allowed to live this life.
Well, we strive for it.
Yeah.
We grabbed for it and we did it. And we're paying for it now because it's freezing.
So I think Carl's mentioned that it's gone wintry, which it has. So the last couple of weeks the Highlands have had a fair dumping of snow. So if you've been watching the news and the weather, you'd have seen that there was like this big band of snow that came across the top end of Scotland, and Isle of Skye got a little bit of that. So it's definitely feeling a lot colder now, and I think that's timed quite nicely because last weekend we had a really nice Saturday. We ended up going to a reindeer parade in Portree, which was wonderful for Aurora. Very cute. Right, so today we are heading off to Portree. We've just parked up in the paying display car park because one of the women at the mums and baby group said to me that There is going to be a reindeer parade on today, so we've brought Aurora out because I thought, you know what, it's going to be brilliant because there's real reindeers and I'm really excited. It's just turned winter. We've had a lot of snow, as you can see in the background over there. There's snow on the mountains, so it's starting to feel a bit festive-y. So yeah, let's go and see some reindeer.
Now, the reindeer parade ended up being quite the event, which gathered a lot of attention as it made its way through the streets. It did eventually stop at a little enclosure area where it was possible to get up close and personal with the reindeer, as they had their well-earned snack after pulling the big man himself all the way through town. We'd never really seen reindeer up close like this before, and these reindeers were part of a herd that had come all the way from the Cairngorms just to pull Santa for the day.
Easy Santa! Hey?
But after a while, the rain started to make its way back in, so we headed back home for a little bit, stayed indoors, and waited for better weather the next day. Well gang, you join us today on a quiet little family hike because we're taking advantage of the weather, which for some reason is amazing again. Ever since we've come to Skye, it's not really rained quite as much as we thought it was going to be honest. So we've come out to the west coast of Skye because we were in a little walking shop yesterday and the chap running it suggested this walk to us. So I think his name was Matt, so can't imagine Matt's watching, but thank you Matt for suggesting this walk because we're going to go and check out a bit of a tidal island. Well, looks like actually checking the tide times has paid off. What we're doing, because we haven't said so yet, is we're going to an island called Oronsay, which is a tidal island, and that's how we get across. You walk on a nice little stone path, but obviously only when it's not covered by the sea. So we've picked our time well. The tide is currently at its lowest point, which if you're going to do something like this, probably good advice as well. And we're gonna nip across and explore a new island and take you lucky lot with us.
Oh my gosh, so the last time we did a tidal island was on Anglesey, and that was on Newborough Beach. And if you know, it's got the very sort of famous lighthouse. I think it's the Clanwyn Lighthouse?
Yeah, Clanwyn Lighthouse.
And we had a very short window of time to sort of get over and back last time. Everyone was sort of waiting to like cross. But yeah, this one seems a lot wider, so hopefully we've got plenty of time to get in and out and not get deserted on this little island.
No one gets stranded.
So I'd want to go home for tea tonight. That'd be nice.
If this clip doesn't end up on the internet, you know what happened to us. Or maybe you won't. made it across in one piece. Now we just have to keep pretending that we know where we're going, because we absolutely don't. How cool is this sand?
Yeah,
That's
really
weird,
cool.
doesn't it?
It's like little rivers have been left behind. It's really unique looking. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that, really.
I think there might be some bits and bobs to have a look at on here. I'm not entirely sure, but I think I saw online there was a bit of a monastery or some ruins or some carved rocks. I'm not sure. That's all part of the fun, so we're gonna see what we can find. And the sun's back out again. Sheep! Bah! Bah! Good girl. Hope you're all enjoying the soundtrack. Today is provided by Aurora to the tune of Row Row Your Boat. Why not? Yeah, sheep. There's lots of sheep.
Sheep? What, noisier than me?
Bah.
No, they don't go woof woof.
Bah.
So according to Kyle, there is a monastery up here somewhere. So hopefully now we're at, like, I guess you can say, the brow of the hill. I'm hoping we might see some sort of ancient ruins. So if not, I'm sure we'll get a very nice view.
Well, I think I definitely got my notes wrong this time. No sign of a monastery or really any civilization up here, to be honest. But what there is, and what we can guarantee, is incredible views out overlooking the ocean. It's definitely a bit blustery up here. I don't know if you can hear me too well, but just unreal views. It's definitely worth the climb if you want to come and visit this particular little island. What we saying, Mrs?
Yeah, I think it's a really cool short little walk. It's a bit dodgy on the cobbles if you're not very sturdy on your legs, but other than that I think it's worth coming up here for just even the view itself.
For sunset vibes.
Also, we've got the snow over there on the mountains.
Yeah.
Wow.
Snow on the mountains behind us, the sun over the ocean in front of us. There's an island out there, I don't know what it is. You see it? Off in the distance. Not sure what that is, you'll have to let us know in the comments. I don't think it's the no, where would it be?
Shetland's on the other side.
The Shetland's at the top, isn't it? Geography.
Harris or Lewis? No,
It
I'm
may
not
be
sure.
Harris and Lewis. Either way, and terrible geography aside, we can all agree it's a hell of a view. Are we gonna head back now?
Yeah, we're gonna head back down because the sun is starting to set and you can just feel it dropping slightly in the temperature, and we've got to beat the tide getting back over. So will we make it back? Who knows?
Cross your feet. This is where we do a YouTuber thumbnail where we go, let's find out. As we made our way back down the hill, we'd about finished filming for the day when we spotted a sheep on the hillside which was completely stuck upside down, legs in the air, and seemingly in a spot of bother. So we ran down to see if we could help rescue it. Go on, mate. Have a nice wee. That's a first. Never had to do that before. I think we read that in like some countryside code stuff. Like, if you ever see a sheep upside down, give him a tip the right way up and he's alright again. That appears to be the case. I think he'd given up hope. Sheep.
I've put in an order for some logs to arrive and it's taken quite a while. One of my neighbours gave me a website to order from which she uses and got a really good deal, and it was free delivery to Skye, so pretty chuffed with that. But yeah, there's been a little bit of a delay because the other night we had quite a storm, so they couldn't get out to us to deliver it, but supposedly it's arriving tomorrow, but we've also got like our sofa coming tomorrow, so it's going to be a big day in our house. Finally getting a sofa. We got rid of ours like what, 2 months ago?
When we moved out of our house in the Peak District, one of the things that we knew that we wanted to get rid of like quick was the sofa, because it was massive. We had a huge sofa and I kind of miss it actually.
Yeah.
But we just gave it away. Did we give it away?
Yeah, because like
we gave it away.
They barely like go for anything down south.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to sell, a sofa, so we gave it away, and ever since then we've just been sat on chairs, which, you know, when you want to just sort of curl up at the end of a busy day by the fire, you got this little hard chair to sit on. I don't know, it sounds a bit first world problems maybe, but it's not great, so we're looking forward to getting a sofa back anyway. Yeah, we are rattling about furniture in the middle of the Highlands. I'm not sure where these videos are going anymore, guys. Well gang, today is the 9th of December and we figured we'd pick the camera up because we've got a storm heading our way. It's going to be the first named storm that we've been a part of since we moved to Skye, We've had stormy weather, but we've not been part of a named storm yet. So Storm Bram is currently making his way up from the southwest, and it's going to make its way. Obviously the whole of the UK is going to see some of the effect of it, but by the looks of some of the weather that we've seen, it looks like kind of like almost like the eye of the storm is going to be passing right over Skye. So I think they've forecasted something silly like 80, 90 mile an hour gusts at times. So we thought, if anything's worth documenting and showing you guys the very real reality of living on an island like this during winter, it's now. So over the next 24 to 48 hours, the wind and the rain and everything's going to start making its way in, and we're going to sort of try and batten down the hatches of what we've got, at least. So one of the first jobs that I need to finish off is I need to tether down our weather station, because that's something that we own now. If you follow us on Instagram, you might have seen at least one post about it, but the Isle of Skye, as far as weather data goes and weather stations, it's fairly sparse compared to the mainland. So we've invested and picked up our own weather station, and we're now contributing to the island and the weather forecasts and all the data for the people that need it. So that feels like a nice way to contribute, and I'm pretty happy about that. But we now need to protect our investment, because there's quite a bit of money up on a pole at the moment, and I'm not entirely sure that the pole is ready for 90 mile an hour winds. So I put a couple tethers on it already, but I need to install a third today before the wind really starts to pick up. So I'm going to head out and sort that out now, I think. Well, that's that done. It should hopefully hold, maybe. Not that I've got any experience using that stuff, but it's sort of like a steel wire encased in like a waterproof rubbery housing, and I've got 3 tethers around it, so hopefully it stays up and it records the storm, and we'll see sort of what readings we get, and we'll share those with you guys, so you know sort of realistically what kind of numbers we get on Skye. But anyway, last job now is to do what everyone should do during the storm, and that's to secure the bins. So gonna do that, otherwise I think they'll be blowing over to Harris and Lewis, so we'll do that next, I think. This is in our little wood store, by the way. We said the other day, that we were getting some firewood delivered, and said delivery has since arrived. So we're kind of really stocked up now. It's almost head height actually, the amount of wood that we've got. So it should see us through winter. I think we're not ripping through it quite as fast as we thought that we would either. So yeah, hopefully it's good stuff. I think it's larch is what we ended up with. Smells nice. Thought I'd quickly just nip down to the waterfront, see what the waves are doing, and they're starting to pick up. Normally, actually, I believe the tide comes in this way, but currently the waves are going that way, which is all the wind's doing, I believe. It's starting to look a little bit choppy, and the wind is definitely picking up now. I don't think it's due to properly make landfall for like another few hours, sort of middle of the afternoon, late afternoon, tea time-ish. and then into the night. So this will probably look a bit mental later. So it's not too bad just yet, but you can tell something's on its way. I figured I'd come outside just for one last update before it gets too dark, because we're losing the light now and the wind's really picking up. I think it's about now, it's sort of 3-4 o'clock, when the wind's really supposed to start coming in, and then we've got it in for the night. So it's nothing too drastic yet, but it's definitely picked up since I spoke to you earlier. The fence is starting to rattle a bit. The last time we had a named storm on the island, we hadn't quite moved in yet, so we sort of missed it, but fence panels did come down, so maybe that will happen again. I guess we'll find out, but it's gone really dark. It's starting to look pretty gloomy. So I think the rest of this video, for this little storm update anyway, will be indoors, because I think it's going to be a howler. Well, it's the morning after the night before. It's still very, very windy. I don't think it quite got as bad as we thought it was going to. We didn't really get a great deal of sleep. Because our house faces the sea, there's absolutely nothing stopping those winds coming in off the ocean and just smacking into the side of our house and rattling the windows all night. So I ended up sleeping in my office on a lilo instead, because that's on the other side of the house and it was a bit quieter. But for our first named storm on the island, perhaps it wasn't quite as bad as we thought it was going to be. I'm sure there'll be worse to come in the future, but I don't think there's been any damage. No fences have come down. I think the bins are okay. It's just not a good day for sailing. It's looking a bit choppy still, so I'm going to get back inside, I think, because it's also freezing cold. But we survived. This is the reality of wintertime, living on Skye. It's a wild place to live. Right then, gang, that's going to about wrap up for today's wintry look at Skye. It's getting increasingly colder now, and that snow, it's not going anywhere.
Yes, it's definitely getting colder, but hopefully that sheep on Oronsay is okay. That being said, if you could give him any name, what would you call him?
What would you call our rescue sheep? Hopefully he's tucked up warm with his mates.
If you enjoyed this video, please give us a big thumbs up.
And if you like the look of our increasingly cold faces, do consider joining the gang. Hit that subscribe button just down there. That way you'll know if you put the bell on when we upload our next video. So until then,
we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Peace.
I know